Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. So where we last left off, uh, with there is the epitaph of the portrait written, and the cousins and the such were like solving this puzzle, and then as soon as they laugh about it, Maria took it very personally. Because you know why? Because Maria is into black magic too. So it's not only Kinzo that's into this shit. I mean, kind of a bit amusing per se, but yeah. Hopefully this good luck charm will come in handy. Anyway, let's continue reading. As George Aniki rubbed his forehead, he looked up at the sky. Considering the color of the sky and the dampness of the air, it wouldn't have been odd for a raindrop to hit him. The wind also seemed to have grown a bit stronger.
ほう、マリアポタッと来ない。マリアだけ来ない。ほう。
But I thought it's rain.
安心しろ。俺にも来ねえぜ。それに今夜になれば誰にも等しく大雨が降るだろうよ。
そうだね。そろそろ引き上げた方がいいかな。
Oh boy, we're gonna head back inside. Shannon-chan looked down at her watch. It was probably well into the evening by now.
もう仕事に戻る時間かよ。はい。皆様と一緒で楽しい時間を過ごさせていただきました。ありがとうございました。
熊沢さんにクッキーをごちそうさまって伝えてね。さあみんな、片付けを手伝おう。
Shannon-chan declined our help, saying this was a servant's job, but picking up a dropped fork before the waitress has to is like my purpose in life. We folded up the blanket, gathered up the trash, and helped clean everything up.
ゴミが逃げる。
そいつは逃がさないぜ。マリアより先にいただきだ。
マリアが拾う。マリア、靴を濡らすなよ。怒られるぜ。
Yeah, you heard Rosa and even Jessica as well say the same thing. To Maria, chasing after some trash sent flying by the powerful winds was just another game. By the time we finished, the wind was blowing pretty strongly. Probably a good time to head back.
皆様のおかげで助かりました。ありがとうございました。
もう本当に時間がないみたいだね。先に戻っていいよ。
George Aniki perceived from her hurried appearance that very little of her free time was left.
源氏さん、時間には厳しい人だからな。定時に持ち場についてないと厳しそうだぜ。
Well, no shit, he's the fucking head servant.
また後でね。お仕事頑張ってね。
はい。それでは失礼させていただきます。
After making a respectful bow, Shannon-chan ran towards the rose garden.
じゃあ俺たちもゲストハウスへ戻ろうぜ。テレビでも見てくつろがせてもらうさ。
Watching TV is better than having to lay around and stare at the ceiling all day, so...
テレビ見る。テレビ見る。なら決まりだな。戻ってみんなで一緒にテレビでも見ようぜ。
Y'all got electricity on an island? I mean, this is a really in a big ass mansion and a guest house, so anything can happen. Maria, who wasn't done having fun, agreed once television was mentioned. We climbed up the gentle stairs and returned to the rose garden. Up. The wind had grown very strong, and roses shook throughout the garden like ripples on the water. This might be our last chance to see these beautiful roses. I'll bet tonight's typhoon ruins them.
バラ、今夜の風でやられちまうかもしれないな。
What a disaster.
そうだな。
Those roses are gonna get destroyed.
バラたちもラッキーだったと思うぜ。台風の前にバトラたちを歓迎できたんだからよ。
花はいつか必ず散る。でもだからこそ咲き誇る今をめでることができるんじゃないかな。
そうだな。マリアもよく目に焼き付けとけ。今この瞬間が今年で一番のバラなんだぜ。
目に焼き付ける。
Burned into eyes. Right then, Maria suddenly clapped her hands. It looked like she remembered something.
マリアのバラ、台風で飛ばされちゃう。
That's not good.
ああ、ジョージの兄貴に目印のリボンをつけてもらった。あの元気のないバラか？
Maria apparently remembered where the rose was. She ran at full speed. The rest of us followed her.
あれはどこだったっけな。確かこの辺だったと思ったぜ。
Oh man, there's no time for games. We searched everywhere around that area, but it was only a single flower among all of these roses after all. Even though we knew it was somewhere close by, we weren't able to find it. The winds making up the typhoon's front lines made roses throughout the garden undulate, or whatever you pronounce that. It was almost like it was teasing us by making the location of Maria's rose impossible to find.
ここじゃなかったかな。少し手分けをして探してみようか。
God damn it! There's no time to play Where's Waldo, the Rose edition. Damn it!
そうだな。人海戦術で行こうぜ。ん？なんだよマリア。
As we made to split up and search, Maria tugged on my jacket with an unhappy face. You could tell that she didn't want us to leave that spot.
なんだよ、どうした？
What's going on?
マリアのバラはここなの。ここにあるの。でも現にないぜ。この花壇の裏側だったかもな。みんなで探せば早いぜ。ここなの。マリアのバラはここなの。探して。探して。
Maria stomped her feet in irritation. She's irritated. That is some one hell of an irritation right there, just the ground shaking. She pointed at that spot and said it was definitely there, but in actuality it wasn't. Even so, Maria got mad when we said we were going to search elsewhere. We were at a loss for what to do. For a while, we had to stay near Maria and pretend to search through that rose thicket.
はあはあないないは
Maybe she's saying that it should be here but isn't. Maria became increasingly irritated.
参ったな。マリアがすっかり機嫌を損ねちまったぞ。
This is what we call a temper tantrum.
マリアはたまにすごくどうでもいいことを気にし始めちゃうんだよ。それがどうにかなるときはいいんだけど。
I wouldn't say this out loud if I were you.
ないものは探せないしね。困ったな。
Just when we were at a loss of what to do, Maria called out in a loud voice. Oh boy. We could see Aunt Rosa in the direction Maria was waving her hand. Maybe she wanted to look at the garden one more time before the typhoon came. Or maybe she had some business at the guest house. Aunt Rosa was coming from the mansion. She quickly noticed her daughter's voice and came over.
あらあら、どうしたのみんな。何か探し物なの？探してママもマリアのバラを探してマリアのバラって？
この辺に元気のないバラを一つ見つけて、それに目印をつけたんです。
飴玉かなんかの包み紙でキュッと。しかしマリア、確か俺の記憶が正しけりゃすぐ手前の目立つところに生えてたはずだぜ。
Don't tell me the wind just flew that rose away or something. Oh boy.
足が生えてどこかに行っちまったんじゃなきゃ他の場所だったと思うぜ。
What the fuck? Okay, close enough, I guess.
マリアの記憶違いじゃないのか？
ここなの
Ay, ay, ay.
パトラが信じてくれないそのうー言うのをやめなさいって何度言ったらわかるの？
Uh-oh. Rosa has that angry face.
ママも探してあげるから静かにしなさい。
I never seen Aunt Rosa be anything other than kind and gentle, so her anger surprised me a bit. Aunt Rosa began searching as well, so we went along with her for the time being. But we were already more than sure that it wasn't around here. So it didn't take long for Aunt Rosa to realize that too.
ここにはそのバラはないわよ。他の場所の間違いじゃない。これだけたくさんのバラがあるんだから。
Oh boy.
信じてくれない。
ちゃんと信じて探してるでしょ。でもないじゃない。
でもここなの。ここにあるのにないの。
Oh boy, this is going to be a mess. Like, you know, judging from Rosa's angry face, she's gonna lose her shit.
じゃあ誰かが抜いちゃったんでしょ。とにかくその言うのやめなさい。
マリアのバラ抜いたの誰？抜いたの誰？返して返して。
Isn't there like any other better Rose? There's gotta be a replacement.
そんなの知らないわよ。やめなさい。その言うのやめなさい。
Holy shit! Oh man, that now there is the fucked up part. Aunt Rosa slapped Maria's left cheek with her palm. In that instant, Maria was shocked into silence. Of course, it was only for an instant. When Maria realized that her wish was being rejected, she started yelling even louder.
「その変な口癖をやめなさい」って言ってるでしょ。だからクラスの子たちにもバカにされるんでしょうが。いい加減にしなさい。
Once again, her palm slapped Maria's cheek. This time she didn't go silent. She choked as she started crying and began to bawl in an increasingly loud voice. Aunt Rosa was clearly irritated and lifted her hand once more to try and shut her daughter up.
ローザおばさん。まあまあ、小さい子供のことですし、そんなマジになんなくても。
I tried to cut in with a bitter smile, rubbing my hands together, but Aunt Rosa glared at me with a serious face, and I realized that I should have stayed out of this.
ごめんね。バトラ君たちはちょっとお部屋に戻っててくれる？おばさんはマリアとちょっと話があるの。
誰もマリアのバラを信じてくれない。ここにあったのに。探して探してここなの。ここにあったの。
でもないじゃない。なら他の場所の勘違いでしょ。
ここなの。絶対にここなの。
じゃあなくなっちゃったのよ。諦めなさい。
うしてマリアのバラがなくなっちゃうの？どうして
知らないわよ、そんなの。だからその言うのをやめなさい。
Aunt Rosa once again raised her hand, overcome by emotion, and slapped Maria's cheek. It was strong enough to knock Maria over.
ローザおばさん、いくら娘でも暴力はいけねっすよ。
See, at least Battler has like, even though he's a bit of a bantered type of guy, he's like, listen, you can't be a piece of shit of a mother. I stepped between them to protect Maria, who was still on the ground, crying, ugh. I knew that, as an outsider, problems between parent and child were none of my business. But I wasn't brought up to just silently observe something like this.
バトラ君は変に思わないの？あなたの学校にうなってる女の子なんている？
Well, yeah, but the thing is that there's no girls at Battler School that's gonna mutter that kind of habit. But the thing is that Maria's a kid, so she's always gonna have this bad habit until like later on she's gonna stop. See, that's the thing with the kids nowadays, that where they have like constant bad habits, and and then later on they're gonna like stop doing that type of shit, or who knows whether like with Maria is just like some sort of mental disability, or is that they have to like slowly get over themselves.
いや、まあさすがに高校には。でも小学生ならそういう言うのも可愛いじゃないですか。
可愛い？言うのが可愛い？可愛いって？
My careless words seemed to have earned me Aunt Rosa's wrath. She grabbed my collar with a terrifying expression.
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。マリアがいくつか知ってる？9歳よ。小学4年生なのよ。幼稚園児じゃないのよ。それなのにまだクラスで言ってるのよ。
Yeah, but
わかる？この子、クラスでなんて言っていじめられてるか知ってるの？この変な口癖のせいで未だに友達の一人もいないのよ。無責任にマリアのこと可愛いとか言って現実から目をそらさないで。この子の将来のことをもっともっと真剣に考えて。だからその言うのをやめなさい。やめろって言ってんでしょ。
Aunt Rosa struck Maria's quivering head, from which an increasingly unhappy voice was rising. I tried to stop it, but Aunt Rosa pushed me away. My back hit George Aniki.
昔はローザおばさんもマリアちゃんの幼児言葉の一つだくらいにしか思わなかったんだけど、小学校の中学年になっても治らないのを最近はだいぶ気にしてて。
別にどういう言葉遣いをしようと関係ねえだろ。
Kind of sounds like a big deal to George, though.
そのまま社会人にはなれないよ。
Well, you're not wrong.
だから 見ていて気持ちのいい光景ではないけれど、これはおばさんたち親子の問題なんだよ。
まあ私もこの言葉遣いのせいでよくお袋に怒られるけどよ。
Well, because you're more of a rebel. That's the difference. When they put it that way, maybe even a scene as painful as this isn't something an outsider like me should butt in on.
バトラ君だって小さい頃悪い癖が治らなくて怒られたことがあったんじゃないかい？
That's a good question.
まあ一つや二つは。授業参観の日に人前でずっと怒られてた時は恥ずかしくてたまらなかったぜ。
じゃあ今のマリアちゃんたちの気持ちはわかるよね。僕たちにここにいてほしいとは思わないんじゃないかな。ジェシカちゃんにもわかるよね。
怒られてるところを誰かに見られてえとは思わないぜ。
行こう。ゲストハウスへ戻ろう。そしてマリアちゃんが戻ってきたら何事もなかったかのように迎えてあげようよ。それが一番じゃないかい。
We thought George Anaki's point was probably a reasonable one, and we may have been eager to use that reasonable sounding argument as a justification to retreat from this heart-rending scene. Jessica and I nodded at George Anaki and we all left. We called towards Maria, telling her that we were going to head to the guest house, but she didn't seem to hear, and we felt sort of guilty and shameless after saying it.
それなら好きなだけ一人で探しなさい。ママは知りません。
探す。マリアが一人で探す。ママが知らなくても探す。
勝手にしなさい。
After blasting her with those last few words, Rosa spun on her heels and quickly returned to the mansion. Maria probably viewed that as a cold gesture meant to injure, but that wasn't Rosa's intention. It was because the hand with which she had so emotionally struck Maria's cheek was still numb. It was because if she stayed there screaming, she might again be taken over by her emotions and continue slapping her daughter's cheek over and over. After Rosa left, Maria was left alone in the rose garden. The wind began to blow stronger and stronger, and every once in a while, a raindrop would fall on her forehead. However, Maria couldn't leave that place, not until she found that poor wilting rose. It had definitely been there, even so it wasn't. Even though she knew the place, and even though it had been there, it wasn't. Maria bitterly stared at the place it was supposed to be and thought frantically, maybe the angle I'm looking from is wrong. Maybe the height I'm looking from is wrong. While gazing at a single point, Maria repeatedly stood up, changed her position, and continued to stare. The wind was getting stronger and stronger, but Maria kept on looking for that rose in front of the flower bed. And now it's raining. See, that's kind of the problem with this kind of scenario. So, I don't know what's the biggest problem here. Is it just because of Maria is just having this constant bad habit since while she's 9 years old. And the thing is with Maria, she thinks like she wants to have her hopes and dreams be true, and then she takes like everything as so personally. So I don't know if this is the blame of the rose garden because of the wilting rose, or that it's Rosa as being like a piece of shit or a complete bitch to the point where she's she can't put up with Maria's bullshit. So the thing that's the thing with Rosa. Like I try to like her as a character, like because the thing is, I looked her up on the wiki, and she's voiced by one of the best VAs that I know. But it's like it's hard to tell whether I would hate that character, or should I just like at least like the character? Because both Maria and Rosa are having some fucking problems with each other. See, George is like, well, we need to stay out, even though like George is pretty good with consoling Maria, and Battler was like, well, I didn't know this shit. Jessica has her problems too. Even she got fucking scolded by Natsuki, who's kind of like who technically she is supposed to be in Natsuki's supposedly in charge, but she's just all in all, she's just a merely peasant sort. She always had all that stress going on. I don't know. I don't know what's the problem with Rosa, especially on like she's all like angry and such. Because with like over a dozen parts in until that occasion, she's not all she wasn't like that. Fucking hell. What a mess. Kinzo noticed the sound of the raindrops beating on the window. It seemed to be pouring down thickly. It had begun to rain later than the weather report had predicted. Kinzo approached the window as if being summoned by the sound of the rain. The sound of rain is a sound of silence. That sounds that sound feels quieter than any silence. It makes humans remember that, in the end, they are alone from the moment they're born to the moment they die.
遅かったではないか、ベアトリーチェ。
Were those words directed at the rainy sky? There was no one to be seen in the direction of Kinzo's gaze.
さあ、始めようではないか。
Oh, witch in gold.
私とお前の奇跡の宴を。
A banquet of miracles.
今こそこの島は現世より切り離された。もう誰も私の儀式の邪魔をすることはできぬ。
I mean, you're shut in inside the study room. Like no one is going to enter in unless you invite them to.
お前にふさわしい生贄は十分にあるぞ。
Oh boy.
息子たちが4人。その伴侶が3人。孫たちが4人。私に客に使用人たち。どれでも好きなだけ食らうがいい。運命の鍵は悪魔のルーレットに従い生贄を選ぶであろう。そのルーレットが私を選ぶならば、私すらもお前の生贄となろう。
Is Kinzo the fucking antagonist for this shit?
だからこそなのだ。 それだけの狂気をかけるからこそ、私は必ずや偉大な奇跡を起こすだろう。さあ、好きなだけ食らうがいい。私はそのルーレットに打ち勝つだろう。さあ、全てを賭すぞ。まずは後宮家の家督を返そう。受け取るがいい。
Ah, damn. Kinzo tore the window open, ripped a golden ring off his finger, and forcefully threw it away. At that time, the sound of thunder rang out, giving the illusion that the lightning had accepted the ring.
そして、お前が蘇った時、そこにいるのは私であるだろう。私が最後まで生き残り、お前の目覚めを見守るだろう。さあ来たれ、ベアトリーチェ。ようこそ我が宴。私が生み出した全てと引き換えに、私にもう一度だけ奇跡を見せておくれ。
Oh shit, we're 37 minutes in. Do we get to see Beatrice?
おー、ベアトリーチェ。
Oh. I thought we were going to see it, but I guess not. Time has moved forward. 6 p.m. Letter and umbrella. A news ticker popped up on top of the TV program we were watching. The disaster report told how municipalities all over were continually sending out rain, flood, and wave warnings. Of course, the raindrops beating harshly on the window were even more convincing.
すっげえ降りだな。
Yeah, you don't say. You can see the rain in the background behind them. Anyway, this rain's incredible.
でもこれだけ盛大だとすぐにやみそうな気もするけどな。
そりゃ雨ぜ。台風の速度が遅いそうだから、下手すりゃ明日も丸一日こんな調子らしいぜ。ちょっとの天気でも船は欠航するもんだしよ。
やっぱり日曜日のうちには引き上げられないか。念のため月曜日に外部とのスケジュールを入れなくて正解だったよ。
ってことは月曜の学校はサボれそうだな。島生活ってのも悪くないもんだぜ。
Fucking Battle's like, yeah, fuck school.
そういや、ジェシカは登校って毎日船で通ってるわけだろ。船が欠航したら学校はどうなるんだ？カメハメハ大王並みに雨が降ったらお休みで風が吹いたら遅刻してか？
King Kamehameha? The fuck is this? Some Dragon Ball Z reference there? Or what? Why is this inserted? Oh wait, because Dragon Ball existed in the 80s, huh?
船が出なきゃ休みになるぜ。
That's the thing though, when they have the like King Kamehameha in there, it's like, wait a minute, is this like some sort of reference I'm hearing? Because I haven't watched that show in a long ass.
もっとも そう甘くはねえけどな。大抵その代わりに自習が指示されて後でかっちりと見られるから、そうそう気楽でもねえさ。
例えば梅雨なんかの長く天気が崩れる時期だと数日間くらい登校できないこともあるんじゃねえのか？
そういうこともあるぜ。でも毎日きっちり担任から電話がかかってきて、どう自習しろ、何を提出しろと酸っぱく指導されるけどな。
バトラ君が考えてるほど簡単にはサボれないよ。
What is her school a fucking prep school of some sort?
船で通う人たちのルールに従ってしっかり勉強をしているよ。
むしろ登校できた方が気楽だぜ。自分の部屋じゃ気が散るし、集中もできねえしな。それでいて問題集ばっかり数日もやらされてると、かなり精神的に応えるもんがあるぜ。大学の時にはよ、寮のあるところに入ってさっさとこんな不便な島はおさらばしたいもんだぜ。
へえ。じゃあよ、ちなみに行きは天気が良くても帰りは悪くて欠航ってなったらどうすんだ？学校に泊まるのか？
そういうのはよくあることだぜ。だから帰島できない人用の宿泊所があってよ、そこに寝泊まりするんだよ。下手すりゃ数日間家に帰れないこともあったりするぜ。
乗車率が 200% を超えるような満員電車で毎日通勤通学しなければならない人から見てみると、船の通学なんて趣があって良さそうだななんて無責任に思っちゃうけど、やっぱりいろいろと苦労があるんだね。
よく無神経な観光客がそういうこと言ってるぜ。私は島の生活なんてもうお腹いっぱいだね。早く高校出てこんな島とはおさらばしたいぜ。
高校にだって全寮制のところとかあったろうよ。なんでわざわざ新島の学校を選んだんだよ。
Yeah, why choose that?
私は最初からそれを希望してたぜ。でもおふくろがよ、当主跡継ぎとしての修行やらマナーやらがうんぬんってうるさくてよ、結局高校も地元になっちまったのさ。
But you want to be the rebel, though.
こんな島はごめんだぜ。
What a pouty face. That's the first thing I've seen of there.
早く都会で生活したいよ。雨が降ろうが槍が降ろうがラフな格好でサンダルを履けば。
I wonder how the facial expressions would even look like with the old sprites and all. I mean, I guess some of the sprites, especially within the Umineko project, especially with lip sync, can be pretty amusing too.
5分足らずでコンビニに行けるような都会に引っ越したいぜ。
もう少しの辛抱だよ。高校卒業まであとちょっとでしょ。
That's what everyone would say.
そのちょっとも我慢できねえぜ。
Jessica stretched out and reclined in the sofa. Maybe it was a bad time slot because there weren't any interesting programs on, and we had nothing to do but languidly kill time until we were called for dinner. I mean, there's no interesting programs on. Surely there's gotta be a fucking channel for watching cartoons or some stupid shit like that. After that episode, Maria never returned to the cousin's room after all. Aunt Rosa probably took her back to the mansion. It had to be pretty boring for Maria all by herself while the adults had a confusing conversation. We thought we might as well head over to the mansion to see her, but the weather really was awful. And since there wasn't much time until dinner, we stayed where we were. At that time, we heard the sound of a humble knock. Jessica answered.
お食事の準備が整いました。
Oh, Canon.
お屋敷へお越しください。
It was Canon-kun's voice. Did he go to all the trouble of coming from the mansion in this rain just to get us? Couldn't he have just called us on the telephone? Well, I guess servants at work don't always get to take the most efficient route.
なんとなくお腹が空いてきた頃だったしね。
Yeah, telephone. But we have technology.
行こうか。
George Aniki turned off the television and stood up.
俺はとっくにペコペコ。本家の晩餐は毎回凝ってるしな。それに郷田さん、子牛のステーキとか言ってなかったっけ？
Yeah, I wonder what we're having for dinner.
たまらねえぜ。
親族会議の日は特に豪華になるしな。私だって楽しみだぜ。行こう行こ
It can all go so well when it comes to family conference. As we left the room, Canon could bow silently and respectfully.
う。じゃあ行こうぜ。外の振りはだいぶひどいだろう。
はい。お召し物を濡らさぬよう十分ご注意ください。
After seeing the three of us out, Canon-kun peered into the empty room.
マリア様はいらっしゃいませんか？
Uh-oh.
一緒じゃないぜ。ローザおばさんと一緒じゃないのかよ。
Well, it's a good time to end it from here. 12. Oh my goodness. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 13. So, we'll just end it from here. Next part. See what happens on this part. Maybe we'll see what's going on with Rosa. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, man, this shit is just wild. Anyway, I'll see you then. You have a good one.